One deleted Instagram story was all it took to send the internet into overdrive. Kathryn Bernardo, one of the Philippines' brightest stars, posted a playful line about moving on fast, only to delete it moments later. But that short-lived post raised endless questions. Was it a subtle jab at her past with Daniel Padilla? Or a glimpse into the fearless new chapter she's stepping into? Fans couldn't stop talking, and the timing couldn't have been more striking. Just days after ABS-CBN announced her first major teleserye comeback, this time alongside James Reid. From the ashes of a high-profile breakup to a bold new on-screen tandem, Kathryn's every move is making headlines. But what does this moment really say about her? And how will it shape her future? Stick around as we break it all down. Before we start, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to get all the latest updates on celebrities and shocking reveals. To understand why one deleted Instagram story shook the nation, we need to go back to where it all began.
Boyfriend, my love, my everything, Mr. DJ Padilla.
KathNiel. For more than a decade, Kathryn Bernardo and Daniel Padilla weren't just a love team. They were a cultural phenomenon. From blockbuster hits like She's Dating the Gangster and Barcelona, A Love Untold to the record-breaking Hello, Love, Goodbye, their chemistry defined an era of Filipino romance. Fans grew up with them, invested not just in their careers, but in their real-life love story. That's why November 2023 felt like heartbreak on a national scale. After 11 years together, Kathryn and Daniel confirmed their split with a joint statement on Instagram and Facebook. Kathryn's two words, "chapter closed," were simple, but they carried the weight of an entire generation's emotions. Social media exploded. Instagram users poured out messages like, "KathNiel was my childhood, I can't believe it's over." Facebook groups held watch parties of their old films, while celebrities from Sofia Andres to Vice Ganda posted tearful tributes. For many, the breakup wasn't just the end of a relationship, it was the closing of a cultural chapter. Yet in the middle of all this, fans began to notice something. Kathryn wasn't crumbling, she was evolving. With her award-winning solo work and her growing businesses, she showed she could thrive outside the shadow of KathNiel. But with all eyes on her next move, even the smallest slip, or post, would be dissected. And that brings us to the storm her now-deleted Instagram story unleashed. Once Kathryn's post vanished, the internet turned into a battlefield of opinions. On Instagram, her supporters rallied, declaring, "She's a queen owning her story." Others called it her ultimate glow-up era, pointing out how confident and radiant she looked since the breakup. But not everyone was cheering. In Facebook groups like KathNiel Forever, the tone was far more emotional. Some felt the deleted caption crossed a line, with comments like, "Kathryn's always been classy. Why this?" And "Was that a jab at Daniel?" The loyalty of longtime KathNiel fans made it difficult for them to see her words as anything other than shade. Mainstream media fueled the fire. PEP.PH claimed Kathryn took down the story to avoid unnecessary drama, citing sources close to the actress. ABS-CBN highlighted the suspicious timing, pointing out how the post dropped just days before her teleserye announcement with James Reid. Commentators asked, was this coincidence or a clever PR strategy? The whole situation proved something crucial. Kathryn Bernardo doesn't need grand gestures to dominate headlines. A single caption, up for mere minutes, could shake the entire entertainment industry. And that's why the timing of her next career move, a partnership with James Reid, made the buzz even louder. Because if the deleted story sparked controversy, her new project was about to set the stage for a whole new era. What made Kathryn's deleted Instagram story even more intriguing was its timing. Just a week earlier, ABS-CBN's Dreamscape Entertainment confirmed her highly anticipated teleserye comeback, this time with James Reid. For fans and media alike, the overlap was impossible to ignore. Some observers saw the post as a slip of emotion, maybe a moment where Kathryn let her guard down. Others, however, believed it was all part of a bigger play. After all, nothing grabs attention like controversy. By the time ABS-CBN dropped teasers of the upcoming series, the internet was already buzzing with Kathryn's name. One Facebook comment summed it up: "She knows exactly how to stay relevant. This was smart PR." But was it really a calculated move? Kathryn has always been careful about her public image, often avoiding drama rather than inviting it. And yet, whether accidental or intentional, the result was the same. Fans were talking. The deleted post didn't overshadow the teleserye announcement. Instead, it fueled the conversation, making people even more curious about her new chapter. It also highlighted the shift in Kathryn's career. For years, her identity was tied to KathNiel. Now, she was stepping onto the screen with a completely new leading man. One who carried his own massive fan base and history of successful projects. The buzz around her deleted story added an extra layer of intrigue. Was Kathryn leaving her past behind and embracing this new partnership with full force? One thing was certain: when her name trended, so did James Reid's. And together, they were about to create a tandem that could shake the industry once again. But what exactly makes the Kathryn and James pairing so powerful? On August 28, 2025, ABS-CBN's Dreamscape Entertainment officially announced what fans had been speculating for weeks. Kathryn Bernardo and James Reid would headline a new primetime teleserye. For Kathryn, it marked her first major TV role since Too Good to Be True in 2022. And for James, it was a chance to break away from his past love team image and step into a bold new spotlight. The project wasn't just another series. It promised a mix of romance, drama, and action, with whispers of international shoots in places like France. Adding fuel to the fire, Maya Salvador was cast as the main antagonist. Teasing on Facebook, "Get ready for some drama." The announcement instantly electrified fans, with the hashtag KathReid flooding timelines. Instagram reels celebrating their chemistry racked up tens of thousands of likes, while Facebook groups called the duo a dream team a decade in the making. Of course, not everyone was convinced. Loyal KathNiel fans expressed doubts, asking if Kathryn's magic with Daniel could ever be matched. Still, the excitement far outweighed the hesitation. Many viewers saw this as Kathryn's boldest career move yet, finally stepping beyond the shadow of her former love team. James himself added to the anticipation. In an ABS-CBN interview, he described working with Kathryn as exciting and refreshing, even hinting that his music might be part of the show's promotions. Together, Kathryn and James weren't just launching a teleserye, they were rewriting expectations. And as buzz built online, it was clear this new tandem wasn't only about acting. It was about changing narratives. But the real battleground wasn't just on television screens. It was on social media feeds. The louder the buzz grew around Kathryn and James's new teleserye, the more fans began asking a different set of questions, not about her career, but her personal life. That deleted Instagram story became the centerpiece of speculation. Was it a playful joke? A slip of emotion? Or a carefully timed signal that she's finally moved on? Rumors quickly spread online. Some Instagram users suggested that Kathryn might already be seeing someone new, pointing to her glow-up photos and captions that radiated confidence. Others dismissed the idea, saying she was simply focused on her businesses and upcoming teleserye. Facebook groups debated endlessly, with one post reading, "She's not shading anyone, she's just celebrating herself," while another insisted, "Kathryn's words always have deeper meaning." Of course, no solid evidence backed any of the dating rumors. Still, the speculation itself highlighted just how closely the public watches her every move. Even the smallest posts, deleted or not, are interpreted as clues to her emotional state. The shadow of KathNiel lingers heavily, and many fans still connect everything she does to her past with Daniel Padilla. At the same time, her supporters argue that Kathryn deserves the freedom to enjoy her independence without constant comparison. They see the deleted post as a declaration of empowerment, proof that she's thriving in her own right. As one fan tweeted, "This isn't about Daniel anymore, it's about Kathryn taking control of her story." Whether fueled by gossip or admiration, the conversations show one thing: Kathryn's personal narrative is inseparable from her public image. And in 2025, that image is evolving fast. But beyond the speculation and headlines, what does all of this mean for Kathryn Bernardo's career and legacy? Kathryn Bernardo's journey in 2025 isn't just about a deleted post or a new teleserie, it's about reinvention. The breakup with Daniel Padilla could have defined her, but instead it became the starting point for a new chapter. Winning a famous Best Actress award in 2024 for A Very Good Girl proved her strength as a solo performer. Launching and expanding her business ventures like KathNiel's showed her determination beyond acting. And now, stepping into a primetime project with James Reid, she's signaling to the industry and her fans that she's ready to stand entirely on her own. The deleted Instagram story may have been brief, but it underlined an important truth. Kathryn's influence is so powerful that even the smallest gesture can ignite a nationwide conversation. That kind of impact is rare, and it's also proof of how deeply she remains embedded in Philippine pop culture. The partnership with James Reid could be the defining moment that cements her solo legacy. It's not about replacing KathNiel. It's about proving that Kathryn can carry a project with any co-star, or even completely on her own. For some, this teleserie represents closure. For others, it's a bold experiment. Either way, it places Kathryn in a position of control, no longer defined by her past, but by the choices she makes now. Of course, questions remain. Can she fully escape the comparisons to her history with Daniel? Will #KathReid grow into a cultural phenomenon? Or will nostalgia keep KathNiel's shadow alive? What's clear is that Kathryn's every move in 2025 is shaping her legacy, and the answers may arrive sooner than expected. Because the real question now is, where does Kathryn Bernardo's story go from here? Kathryn Bernardo's 2025 story is one of transformation. From the heartbreak of a public breakup to the whirlwind over a single deleted post, she's shown resilience, strength, and a fearless willingness to reinvent herself. Her upcoming teleserie with James Reid isn't just another project. It's a statement, a declaration that she's ready to move beyond the shadow of her past and embrace a new era of storytelling. But questions remain. Was her Instagram story simply a playful moment, or a carefully timed move to spark attention? Will #KathReid captures the same magic KathNiel once held? Or will it redefine her entirely as an independent force in Philippine entertainment? One thing is certain, Kathryn Bernardo has proven that she doesn't just survive the spotlight, she thrives in it. And as her journey continues, all eyes will be watching. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.